looking for a motion for the remaining items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Point of order.
Oh, you have public comment?
Sam Dehne would like to speak on this item.
Please.
My first point of order with the new city council, quote unquote, no. Anyway, Sam Dehne, the Encyclopedia of Reno Government, and that was just an oversight. I prefer to speak on the agenda items before the vote is taken of approval, and I think that's logical. At any rate, what we have here is the consent agenda for the people out watching the Sam Dehne YouTube channel or anybody else in the audience. Consent agenda is where they're going to vote on everything, generally speaking, in one vote, unless somebody pulls it off. And it's, generally speaking, supposed to be housekeeping items, things that are not important enough to necessarily talk about. But now and then there's something that is important. Right now, I don't know if they pulled off E1C. E1C, he did okay. So anyway, Sam Dehne, that's me. I was a driving force that created medical marijuana for Nevada. I don't use marijuana. Everybody thinks I speak so adamantly in favor of it that I must use it. I do not use marijuana, and I'm not trying to alibi or anything. I just don't. But I'm glad that this has happened. A couple of years ago, the city council was dragging their feet, and I said, let's get the medical marijuana. It's now legal. Let's get it, and let's let these sick people get better. The world is now all of a sudden, since it's approved, everybody, the people who are all against marijuana are now coming out as if it's the greatest thing in the whole world. And I won't even name any names, but some people who I would have to say are hypocritical. Anyway, I'm speaking in favor of this. It's I think it's the second one. This is another historical day. I've been coming to these meetings since 1994, and all you ever see in this consent agenda up here would be alcohol licenses, and now all of a sudden medical marijuana licenses. I mean, a historical day. It should be front page. So I'm speaking in favor of that, obviously. Now on E3, I don't know if that was pulled off. E3, I'm speaking against E3. The Economic Development Authority, and apparently Colonel Kazmierski wants to get $10,000, and I promised the Colonel that I would support him on most of this stuff, even though I do not like the general concept of giving outside companies special favors, special deals that hurt the local companies. But I said, okay, well, Colonel Kaz guaranteed me he was going to do everything he could to protect the moms and pops that are being potentially harmed by giving benefits to those poor companies like Tesla and Apple, and I guess this Switch company coming in, and they get all these special deals. And if you got a mom and pop in the same operation, they're getting the special deals, and you got to still pay your taxes. At any rate, what they're asking for here is $10,000, as if they don't have enough going on in their favor already. $10,000 to garner positive media coverage. $10,000 isn't much, but I am adamantly against any of the media mouses in this community even existing, if nothing else. The Reno Gazette, as I always say, should be dismantled. They're a publicly funded operation, and here's more public funds going to them right here. They claim they're not publicly funded. You look in the paper, and 90% of the things you see in there are legals that are public funding.
Thank you, Mr. Dehne.